much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning.
Cleveland, Ohio. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
So the opening lineup for the Heat. Bam Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the 1 spot. And for the Cavaliers, Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Kevin Love out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Garland in at the point. And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. Here's Nunn. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Jones, no luck. And it's Love with the ball for Cleveland. And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
We played just over a minute here in the first. Poked loose, and that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And stolen by Sexton. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Garland leading the charge.
Sexton bullying a bit there in that possession.
Not a fast start here for the Heat. 6-point game. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
But I'm sure they learned their lesson from that game. They know they can't afford to have their first unit unavailable when the game is at critical junctures this time around.
Here's Osman. 9-point game his last outing. Love finds Sexton. The tray. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
And stolen by Drummond. Osman, the pass to Garland. Here's Drummond. Up again. And Love with the second chance points.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Charlotte. And the rejection by Love. And pushing it up is Cleveland again in transition. And it's Osman missing. For the Heat, their last game a loss to the Hornets. With the playoffs around the corner, Brent, some teams already making vacation plans. Talk about the disappointment that those kinds of teams are feeling right now.
Yeah, you start the beginning of training camp with ideas of wanting to play into the postseason, and you know the realization of that goal is not going to be met. And what you want to do is remember your opportunity as a player, Kevin, to go out and still compete. You might not be back with the team that you're playing the end of the season with, the last 10 games. Maybe you're somewhere else. But there are teams, as we've always said, still watching you. And so don't ever get away from the idea of the competition as the season winds down.
They always say the eye in the sky doesn't lie. Everything is on tape, right? I mean,
yeah, and they are assessing how it is that you approach that, because you show your stripes when things are not going well. What kind of character do you have?
None. And it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in. I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Now, here's Adebayo. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Charlotte.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
And so here's Cleveland following the 3 by Miami. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That is his first foul of the game. Cavaliers making a switch here. Porter's checked in. Here's Drummond. Can't hit from in close. The Heat trail by 10. Here's Hero. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Pass to Butler. Here's Hero. Clock is at 3. The Heat need to get a shot off. They get it again. Fires the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Heroes got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Miami. Porter looking it over. Down low. Here's Drummond. No dice from 9 feet out. And so it's Cleveland heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Tough-nosed Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a friend.
You call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call me.
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Nance and Thompson are up front. Then there's Colin Sexton. Then it's Porter. And it's Windler in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. For 3, Olynyk. Porter pulls it in. The Cavaliers leading by 5.
And as most of us expected, Andre Iguodala continues to be a huge factor for anybody that he plays for. With his athleticism waning just a little bit, it's his experience and know-how that impacts the game the most. Just being in the right spot at the right time, taking the right calculated gamble. Andre Iguodala still impacting games at his age.
Here's Dragic. The Cavaliers making the shot. Takes the 3. Nance gets the rebound.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And Thompson gets it to go. And for Iguodala, Brent staying strong late in his career, he claims that taking up golf has helped him.
You know how many NBA coaches have tried to get away with that very same thing, Kevin? Almost all of them. But according to what Andre says, is the more that he goes out and plays golf and challenges himself as he's playing the course and staying with it mentally, he feels like the more that's helping him on the court. And as he gets to this advanced age where athleticism is going away, it's more about the mindset and the mind game. So tee it up. Maybe that's helping Andre in ways that we don't know about. He's still effective.
Here's Windler. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Sexton. Misses the 3. The Heat trail by 9. Crowder goes in. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Thompson outside. Olynyk with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. And the jam by Andre Iguodala.
Iguodala still very comfortable, even at the advanced ages, out in transition.
Sexton kicks to Porter. Crowder with the steal. Inside, Olynyk, and the dunk by Olynyk.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man, Colin Sexton, already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
And here's Sexton. After the three-pointer from Andre Iguodala. Got a piece of it. They recover it. Nance passes to Thompson. Tries again. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Right side, Dragic. Pass to Olynyk. Here's Hero. He's covered by Thompson. Hero, no good.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
There's 39 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Dragic. And Olynyk kicks to Crowder. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Iguodala no good. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Bulls in Chicago.
You got to give him an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
It would have been really nice to get that win on the road, but no team ever happy with a loss. Put up a good fight, and they had nothing to hang their heads on after that one.
Good on both.
But when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Here's Nunn. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Drummond's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Sexton. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that's it for... Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, it's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They hold a 4-point lead. Kenny. Thanks for joining.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been quite a game for Colin Sexton.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at point. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Trailing by 4. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Now the shot clock resets to 14 seconds on an offensive rebound. Brent, do you like that change?
I think digging into the numbers a little bit, Kevin, it only affects about 3% of total possessions.
Is that all?
Yeah, throughout the course of the year. Not in any given game. So it's very,
no kidding.
Very, very minimal what happens. But what I like is that players have to reset quickly with 14 on the clock. And I think coaches are starting to think about how it is they might have quick sets as opposed to getting the ball to the top of the key and trying to run through a traditional set. Maybe you have quick sets after the reset to get yourself a better shot.
More strategy. Outside Robinson. Just 5 on the clock. He dishes it to Butler. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Sexton the pass to Love. And Garland has it in the corner. Knocked away. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats for Love. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. Averaging 17 points per game, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up. Fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
For Cleveland, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Free throw good. Porter. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Think about the Cavs and the 2 MVP awards that were won for that franchise. Of course, that was LeBron James in back-to-back seasons, both in 2009 and 2010. And you got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best 3-point shooters in the league.
The pass to Garland. Shoots from the right block. Here's Drummond from down in the low post. It goes. Drummond's got his third basket of the night right there. And then in 2013 with Miami, LeBron Brent finished one ballot shy, burning all the MVP votes.
We wouldn't see a unanimous MVP winner until Steph Curry did it in 2016. But just as impressive, if not more so, LeBron James with a total of 4 MVP trophies over a 5-year span.
Garland the pass to Thompson. Now Garland. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Garland's got his second bucket tonight. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Pass to Butler. Porter with the steal. And now the fast break. Garland with the ball. And a wide open look for Porter. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. The Heat trail by 9. Butler goes in. And it's Butler with the jam.
And Butler is a force when he's driving to the basket. God loves gutting the defense, and you just cannot afford to lose him.
Here's Windler. No points in the game yet for him. Silva, guarded by Porter. Silva, the pass to Leonard. Up and in on the layup. Leonard's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, he can be a good finisher at times in the paint. Leonard with the size and length to do more of this.
The kick out to Porter. Fires it up. Misses off the left iron. The Heat trail by 5. Here's Butler. Count that one. Butler's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Fires the 3. Windler's shot is off. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Here's Garland, picks one up.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Yeah, possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ball game.
And just no question that Butler is a bona fide star. I mean, tough, rugged defender who's also a juggernaut on offense.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
For Cleveland, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Porter. And Miami with a change here, too. Jay Crowder's checked in for Butler. Here's Windler. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
And Sexton working the ball to a teammate. That's what you want to see from him.
Iguodala kicks to Dragic. Three-pointer. Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Cavaliers lead by. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for the Heat. A 2-point game. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at center. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Shot clock at 5. Here's Dragic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Dragic has got the game tied up here for Miami.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Love finds Sexton. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Sexton getting right through the defense and putting that speed to work.
Sexton's gotten half of his 10 shots to fall. 5 makes from the field so far. Outside Dragic. 6 to shoot. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
And a new group in for the Heat. Garland, the pass to Drummond. Count it, and the foul. That one on Olynyk.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
Free throw good, Drummond. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
He had to step up and prevent Kevin Love from driving to the inside. Once he puts it on the deck, he's pretty much committed to finishing at the rim.
Here's Hero. Kicks to Olynyk. Pass to Hero. Jones in the post. He's guarded by Love. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Cleveland leading by 7. Now, here's Garland. Butler deciding where to go with it. Miami no good on that time either.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Love kicks to Osman. There's Garland. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Jones. The putback. It's rebounded by Cleveland. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Drummond in the post. Adebayo on him. To the middle. Garland with it. Goes up on the wing. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And the Cavaliers lead by 9. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
We've got 1:48 left here in the fourth quarter. Nunn passes to Adebayo. Passes it to Nunn. To halt the run, and that comes off the assist by Jones.
And not where he earns his money, that three-point shot, but he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
Now, here's Sexton, guarded by Robinson. Love against Jones. Robinson with the block, and he's able to get it back. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. From deep three-point range, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Heat trail by 6.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Now, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
Here's Nunn. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that
one. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Garland dishes to Sexton. Garland kicks to Sexton. Buries the long-range jumper.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad. Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, Kevin. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
And you can see that Butler is the total package. Solid at recognizing when one of his guys is open.
To the wing right side. Here's Drummond. The pass to Osman. Now here's Sexton. Defended by Butler. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Well, Sexton feeling it right now, being assertive and getting to the spots on the floor that he wants to operate.
Robinson for three. Misses. And so it's Cleveland winning this one. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K.
Coming to you tonight from the American Air and David Aldridge. Well, it can be a circus. David, thanks. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. Look at the Heat. They've had a great season, and will look to extend that into the playoffs. And, of course, Chicago. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And right now for Miami, so much has gone right for them this season. They've needed some breaks to go their way, and it feels like they've gotten them all. Now they're poised for success in the playoffs.
This is when the real work starts. They've proven they can hang with any team in the league during the regular season. Pretty soon, they'll have to prove it all over again in the postseason.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the 1. And for Miami, Bam Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Nunn in at the 1. Now here's Levine. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. Back to Levine. Stolen by Robinson. Jones with it. Now defended by Levine. Butler against Porter. Butler passes to Nunn. Off target from outside. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Bulls. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. Well, Smitty, we're coming down the stretch here. Talk about the mental toughness needed to finish a season strong.
You know, I think you got to have that. Everybody talk about the game physically, guys making shots. And we all know there's some teams and players, they all do that well. But who's the tough team that can get through the tough times?
Hold on!
You got to buckle up on that one. An explosive, high-level athlete. You see why Zach has won multiple dunk contests.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Nunn passes to Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Miami no good on that time either. Bulls moving the ball around. Offensive rebound. Markkanen. Carter with the bucket.
Comfortable on the offensive end. Markkanen drawing contact, but maintains his focus.
Here is Robinson. 23 points for him the last game against Charlotte.
And his shot blocking helped as well. Those 2 blocks he had were big for them. 4 shots, 4 misses, and you can sense a certain frustration building.
Markkanen finds White. And it's the Heat on the break. Butler with the ball. And it's Butler with the jam.
You see the intensity in Butler's eyes. When you give him room to run, look out.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Outside, Levine. Three-pointer. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Heat go the other way with it. They came away with the victory in the last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring points.
It's not unusual these days. Teams are more than willing to go deep into that bench to find answers for certain matchups.
Here's Carter. And such a nice move to make the basket work. Carter's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Wendell did this against high-level college competition. Consistently showcased the ability to score with efficiency.
Here's Nunn. White covering. Porter against Butler. Over Porter. And too long on the shot. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Chicago.
And even as a rookie, you could see the consistency game to game from Wendell Carter. Very dependable on the glass and on the scoreboard for a player so young.
Here's Butler. It's deflected.
And for Markkanen, contesting shots is not about explosive athleticism. It's about being in the right position and timing it right.
Outside, Porter. Pass to Levine. Goes back up. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Bulls shooting their first free throws of the night right here. And the first one drops.
Drafted 13th overall because of his great length and athleticism. Zach LaVine has really rounded out his skill set.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Young comes in for Markkanen. Saransky's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White.
That's off contact, really good body control. You like to see Zach playing physical.
Rockets the pass to Crowder. Here's Hero. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Dragic. Miami needs to get a shot off. Over Dunn. Dunn with some nice D.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Bulls lead by 8. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Marquee matchup tonight. Jimmy Butler says he loves.
I'm one that if you're the...
That's the hard-working mentality Butler provides. A two-way threat, Greg, who wants to dominate the top players at his position.
And Butler's really embraced being a leader. You can tell he lives for these types of matchups and games.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yes, you know this, GA. Back in our day, and any day really, if you don't block out somebody, you will sit down.
So for Chicago right now, Satoransky there with Chris Dunn. And it's Young, and it's Hutchinson in at the small forward.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
The Bulls leading by 8.
Looking at the Bulls roster, there is a lot to like. They have a great collection of talent, and their core players are all very young and improving.
Here's Dunn. And the miss, not the best shot selection there. And it's the Heat with the ball. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that'll be the third of the 4th straight at home. And Crowder stays with it. Crowder's got his first basket.
Failing to block out Jay Crowder, that's careless. He's active, wanting the ball more than you. Well deserved.
Here's Hutchison. Cornett, the tip in on the offensive rebound.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks. And Steve, for the Bulls fans, their hopes lie in their young core.
Totally agreed. The Bulls should focus on developing that core. Have a good blend with LaVine, Markkanen, and Carter. They just need to keep their eye on the prize.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Valentine's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Dunn. It's good. And the Bulls lead by 5.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Nuggets looking it over. Pass to Hero. Over Harrison. Here's Silva. Young with the steal. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Crowder with the steal. Ahead. Hero passes to Leonard. Here's Hero. Satoransky covering. Here's Hero. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. There's the pass to Leonard. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. So both teams changing it up here. Some terrific NBA players right now out of Michigan State. Smitty, we know that's your alma mater. Which of those guys do you enjoy watching the most?
Kevin, I really enjoy watching all of them because I've got a close relationship with all our Michigan State Spartans. Gary Harris, Draymond Green, Jaren Jackson Jr., Bryn Forbes, Denzel Valentine, and the list goes on. I love because I watch them and I know they're going to come out and play extremely hard because of Tom Izzo and the Michigan State brand of basketball.
Adebayo, that's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Adebayo's got his second basket of the game.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Chicago leading by 5. Here's Harrison. His last outing, he had 8 points. And the rejection by Leonard. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Miami. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
For Miami, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. And stolen by White. And there's the bucket from Markkanen. And the Bulls lead by 5.
This is the value of having so many ways to finish. Markkanen taking advantage of a wide open floor.
And it's Dragic off the drive. And it's sent back by Carter. Dragic gets the bucket. Dragic has got his first points of the night.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
And Markkanen throws it down.
Lauri Markkanen with his size, he has decent hops also, and he can finish above the rim.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Dragic against White. Passes it to Silver. And here's Adebayo. Shot clock at 6. Good ball movement here by Miami. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. It'll count. And no good on the last second attempt this time. So that'll be it for
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Zach LaVine was the man in the first. He had 8 points and 1 rebound.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. They've got Adebayo. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the point guard position. Here's Markkanen over Jones, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And there's no doubt that this team views Lauri Markkanen as a big part of their future. Many slept on Markkanen in the draft, but he could be a star.
And Markkanen drops them both. As you said, Smitty, Markkanen has the potential to be an all-star someday.
He's not quite there yet, Kevin. Not by any means. Needs to take a jump forward and go from being a shooter to an all-around scorer.
Pass to Nunn. Just 5 to shoot. From the stripe. Rebound by the Bulls. Markkanen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Carter dishes to Markkanen. Back to Carter. All alone. Count that bucket. Carter's got 6.
The thing about Carter, even though he loves to play back to the basket, he can also face up and knock down the jumper.
Here's Jones. And Jones slams it home.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And White kicks to LaVine. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Right the pass to Markkanen. Levine with it. Over Robinson. Levine can't hit.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Not that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Robinson.
Doing great things at the offensive end. 3 for 4 to start this half.
And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game. The Heat making a switch here. Crowder's checked in. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for the Bulls. Satoransky comes in for White. Heroes checked in for Robinson. The Bulls making a change here as well. Young's checked in. Here's Nunn. Satoransky covering. So many NBA players now have their talented children playing in the NBA or in college and will soon be in the NBA. Smitty, whose kids stand out to you as potential superstars?
Hey, Kevin, Dale Curry, for sure.
No, wait. Okay, I could have gotten that one. Steph Curry. Who else, though? Who else catches your eye?
I think up and coming, LeBron's kid, Shaq's son, D-Wade's, and that's what you love. You see a lot of these guys, and it's great for me. I remember when they were little, Kevin, and now seeing them winning championships, being able to play on that stage is unbelievable.
Here's Nunn. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Porter finds Satoransky. Here's Levine. There's the 3. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better. Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
The shot by Satoransky, no good.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Feeds it to Young. Crowder with the steal. In transition, here comes Miami. Butler with the ball. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Chicago leading. Here's Levine. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Nunn passes to Adebayo. And the layup's good off the glass. Adebayo's got 6.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Inside. Cornett kicks to Satoransky. He dishes it to Levine. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
And Crowder stays with it. Crowder's got the lead up to 1 now for the Heat.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Outside, Porter. Pass to Satoransky. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
He's 6'5", but he has elite athleticism. Levine with the size to compete on the interior.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And it's Dragic with the ball for the Miami Heat. It's a 1-point game. Iguodala the pass to Adebayo. Markkanen pulls it in.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Basket good. Dunn's got his first 2 points of the night.
Beautiful find by Levine there. Takes his time to survey the floor.
Iguodala finds Dragic. Adebayo. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
It's stolen by Adebayo. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. The Bulls lead by 3. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So the Bulls 5 right now. We've got Valentine. Dunn is out there with Harrison. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. And it's Hutchinson in at the 4. Yes, that goes in. And the Bulls lead by 5.
One of the stronger point guards we have, Chris Dunn, often does his best work in the paint.
Dragic against Dunn. No good from Dragic. The Bulls shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Here's Harrison. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now a 7-point Chicago lead.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Adebayo kicks to Dragic. Chicago grabs the miss. They've led by as much as 10. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's Miami now. The Heat trail by 7. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Here's Markkanen. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Dragic. Bullseye.
How about the tempo Dragic plays with? Constantly working for a good shot.
Out left to the wing. Now the pass to Valentine. With his first shot attempt. Another one falls for Chicago.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Pass to Silva. Kicks it to Dragic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
Such a fiery, competitive dude. Goran Dragic is making things happen. Now he's going to the line.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Valentine. Levine's checked in for Harrison, and it's White in for Dunn.
Providing so much size and athleticism out of the backcourt. Levine challenging the heart of that defense.
Dragic the pass to Robinson. Miami no good on that time either.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making those.
Boy, did he go way up for that one. Oof. And we've seen this before. Zach with the ability to put up points in bunches.
And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That's his first foul. The Heat making a switch here. Nunn's checked in. He kicks it to Butler. Nunn passes to Butler. 4 on the clock. Here's Nunn, guarded by Porter, and White with the block.
And I love seeing White use that athleticism on defense. Great hustle to swat that shot.
Bam Adebayo's checked in for Miami. Back to White. Outside, Levine. A three-pointer off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
If you're defending Jimmy Butler, you got to hit him harder than that.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. White the pass to Levine. Dishes to Carter. There's the triple. And it's White missing. The Heat trail by 7. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. White drives in, and the layup is good.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Nunn passes to Robinson. The kick outside to Butler. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Got a hand on it, and he gets it back. Pass to Nunn. Outside Robinson from outside the arc. No good on that one. Now Chicago takes it the other way. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
White the pass to Carter. Now here's Porter. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Markkanen inside the line. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound. Here's Nunn. The offensive rebound.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And so it's Chicago winning this one. This was all.
Welcome to this special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
Coming up in the Windy City,
the 2K Sports pregame show.
We're bringing you the
good evening, DA. Well, point forwards and big guards in demand. DA, you're right. Thank you. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Sexton.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Garland in at the point. And for the Bulls, Markkanen and Carter are up front. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. And it's White in at the 1 spot. Passes it to Sexton. Of course, the playoff seedings still jumbled a bit up in the air. Just how important you think it is to get home court advantage in the NBA playoffs in this era.
Historically speaking, Kevin, as you know, home court advantage is absolutely monumental, and it doesn't matter the round of the playoffs. Could be a conference semifinal or an NBA final. If you come down to a Game 7, that home court advantage can be the difference between winning and losing. You want as much in your favor, Kevin, as you know, going into the postseason.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Tipped away. Porter with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. Basket counts. Levine's got his second basket.
Well, when you combine good anticipation skills with real length, it is what makes Porter so dangerous picking up steals.
Here's Sexton. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Levine dishes to Markkanen. Levine wide open. Again, Chicago. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Now, here's Sexton. Guarded by Levine. Garland, the pass to Sexton. The shot missing. And the Bulls going the other way now. Last game matched up with the Magic. Tough loss there. And White with the stuff.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
Garland kicks to Love. Shoots over Markkanen. That one rolling around and rims out.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And you think back to LeBron's last year in Cleveland, one wonders how differently it may have turned out if Kyrie was there with him.
Well, you think back, Greg, Isaiah Thomas was never healthy. He had been a recent All-Star with another team. They were counting on his quickness and his scoring. But through it all, the Cavaliers reached the NBA Finals. Just another testament to the talent and the leadership that LeBron gives you.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Markkanen. Satoransky's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And it's done in for White. Now, here's Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
And well, a chance now to check out Larry Nance. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month. Averaging 13 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists.
Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Chicago. And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core. And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Here's Windler. Satoransky covering. Count that one.
Well, Larry Nance, because of the athleticism and the burst off his feet, is incredible on the interior. Look out.
Satoransky in the corner. And he uses the glass on the layup. Satoransky's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
Now, here's Porter. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Windler, the pass to Porter. That one, no good. And it's Chicago the other way. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Thaddeus Garland picks one up. Starter in this league for almost a decade. Thaddeus Young's numbers, Greg, won't blow you away. So what is it that makes him a winning player?
I think it starts with his defense, Kevin. Drawing charges and getting deflections. His quickness puts him in a position to make those effort plays.
Valentine's checked in for Satoransky. Here's Windler. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Yeah, Thompson, a very good passer for a player in his position. Knows where everyone is heading.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And Garland comes to help. Here's Cornette. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. It's good.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit, Greg, for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
The Cavaliers have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
9 seconds left in the first quarter. Young, and it's blocked.
Larry Nance, twice on the pipe, says no, sir.
Over Thompson. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 10-point lead. And we return to the second quarter, and no Jay Latina. Specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they, Greg? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
Harrison out there with Dunn. Then there's Valentine. Then it's Young. And it's Cornette in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Now, the defense has to be better. Dunn is such a quick release on these mid-range jumpers.
Pass to Windler. Pass to Garland. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Of course, the game is shifting towards skill and finesse, but there are those players who thrive in this league who are like bulldozers and force the issue inside.
Well, a guy like Blake Griffin, who is such a physically gifted basketball player, enters the league as one of the great dunkers, but has now added a three-point shot, still can play bully ball. But for me, the most ferocious at-the-rim scorer, and the guy who's probably most underrated aspect is his strength, is the Greek freak. Giannis Antetokounmpo at the rim. Good luck and good night.
I don't know how you do it, right? I mean, how do you defend that?
Impossible.
Indeed.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Osman kicks to Drummond. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you. Well, outstanding contest on the shot, and then he's positioned perfectly to go after the rebound.
Now, here's Sexton. 26 points for him last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
Well, Sexton showing that he's more than just a jump shooter. Very comfortable on the interior against size.
Outside, White. Now, here's Valentine. Tight defense on him. For the 3. And again, no good by Chicago. The Cavaliers trail by 9. From past the arc, fires for 3. The shot by Sexton, no good. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They've held a 12-point lead early. Here's Harrison, defended by Sexton. Here's White. Lays it up off the glass. White's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Now, here's Sexton. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. And that one's good. Love.
Boy, they've got Kevin Love in catch-and-shoot situations. Turn the lights out. He's that good. Boy, I have such great admiration for Kevin Love. We so often think these athletes are invincible. The reality is they're just like you and I. Kevin shared his bout with anxiety and panic attacks, and I believe by doing that, guys, he has helped countless people.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Valentine, and Zach LaVine subbed in for Harrison.
And what we've seen recently from Zach LaVine is his willingness to embrace more responsibility. And that has helped him become one of the game's most prolific scorers.
Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Chicago. Satoransky comes in for White. And Commissioner Adam Silver said we're in an age of anxiety, and Doris expressed concern over the emotional well-being of the players.
Well, I think, Kevin, he pointed to social media, ironically, as isolating for players. They're always looking down at their phones. They're always wearing headphones. This generation, face-to-face connections, so crucial for a team and individual health.
Back to Porter. Right block shot, and the basket good. A bank shot that time. Porter's got his first 2 points.
But not too slim to mix it up inside. Nice work by Porter.
Osman kicks to Love. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
LaVine against Porter. Got it. Nice one there from LaVine.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
At the elbow, it's Drummond. And a wide open look for Porter. The Cavaliers with a new 14. And Drummond kicks to Love. And again, it's Cleveland.
Well, let's check the boxes, Kevin Harlan. Can he make the three? Yes. Can he score on the interior? Yes. Kevin Love. Give me a little mid-range, sir.
Now, here's Porter. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Magic in Orlando. And the jam by LaVine.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
Here is Love after the made shot from Zach LaVine. To the paint. Here's Hutchison. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Now, Zach LaVine is a solid passer. This guy entered the league as a point guard, puts it on the money there.
That will count. And that one released in time, but no good. And so, thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the show.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see. Zach LaVine led the way in the first half. He had 13 points, 5 rebounds, and
happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
So on the floor for Cleveland, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at center. Here is Carter following the score by Cleveland. Got it. Nice one there from LaVine.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Obviously, times have been quite tough lately, but you have to think back to Cleveland's first and only title in 2016. LeBron's second season back in the city, and boy, did he deliver on his promise.
And so here's Cleveland following the miss by Otto Porter. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Drummond in the post, defended by Carter. Clock at 4. Love the pass to Garland. No good with the triple. And that was an incredible year back in 2016. Of course, Draymond Green in that series suspended for Game 5. Doris changing the momentum.
Amazing to think, Kevin, how quickly things can shift and change in the NBA. Credit the Cavaliers. They made the bigger shots, and they had the best player on the floor in LeBron James. That was a season to remember.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, he is only... And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Thompson. Back to Sexton. Down low. Tries it from 9. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Thompson.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice. Guys, what you love about Tristan Thompson, he never lets up off the offensive glass. He is thirsty for offensive boards.
Here's Sexton. Thaddeus Young picking up that last basket. To the inside. Here's Windler. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
And the rebound rate steadily climbing for Tristan Thompson, Doris, in recent seasons.
Yeah, so much so, Kevin, that he set a career high back in 2018-19. You think about over the last 4 years, he has averaged more rebounds than points.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Here's Sexton, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
You know, it's easy to say, but this is one guy you don't want to foul. Colin Sexton is an excellent free throw shooter.
Well, the young bull, Colin Sexton, getting a lot of playing time in his rookie season. Allowed him to play through his mistakes, and that's what you hope for coming in.
Now, here's Dunn. He has 6. 11 feet away. Garland with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 9. And Thompson kicks to Sexton. Thompson passes to Windler. Here's Sexton. It's tipped.
Well, with his vertical, Levine sends it back. That is nice.
Young dishes to Dunn. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Levine for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Levine's got 7 points for the quarter. And even as the Cavaliers lagged at the very bottom of the standings, Greg, Sexton publicly described the season as fun. Would that bother you as a veteran?
Losing seasons, they suck. I mean, no other way to put it. I think he cares about winning, but keeping that positivity is probably the best approach. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Levine.
Oh, what a dunk! Out below! Such a big-time athlete. Levine makes the hardest moves look easy.
Now, here's Sexton. Guarded by Levine. Out to Nance. Over Young. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Larry Nance.
Well, coaches might discourage that kind of look, but he'll take it anyway.
Dunn, right side. Stolen. To the paint. Nance passes to Garland. 23 seconds left here in the third quarter. Thompson, left side. Shot on the wing, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break. Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Jacks up a three. Missed. And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for Chicago. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Satoransky runs the point with LaVine at the 2. Then it's Wendell Carter. Then it's Porter. And it's Hutchinson in at the 4 slot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. And the jam by LaVine.
Zach LaVine is simply stated a tough cover. He's got athleticism and skill, and that combination is lethal.
And that one's good. Osman. Doris, if you had to list a player with all the great talent in this league that's the most difficult to stop one-on-one, who would that be?
Well, like in similar situations, I can't give you just one. Some names that come immediately to mind, James Harden, obviously, has been in the MVP race for 5 years running, I think. He's virtually impossible to guard, right? He's got a great system for his individual skills. Kevin Durant can get any shot he wants at any time. And then the virtuoso that is LeBron James, who can pick you apart with shooting, with scoring, with passing. He's really nothing short of remarkable.
And that one drops. Here's Satoransky. And the pass to Hutchison. Porter pulls it in. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. They trail by 11. Good on the three-point shot. Osman's got 5 points now this quarter.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
So it's the Cavaliers now. The Bulls getting the bucket. And here's Love for 3. It's all in by the Bulls. LaVine's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Shoots from 12. Porter. And Porter putting it right back in. And it's a 12-point Chicago lead.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Here's Windler. From outside, off the mark. The Bulls have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. And the basket by Hutchison. Hutchinson's got the lead up to 14 now for Chicago.
Well, the basketball IQ on display for Otto Porter makes the right read there.
Porter kicks to Osman, passes to Love. Outside, Porter. Knocked loose. On the wing, Porter. 5 on the clock. Here's Drummond. And it's sent back by Carter. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Chicago making some changes. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's White in for LaVine. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Here's Satoransky. And it's off from three-point range. The Cavaliers trail by 14. Here's Osman. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Porter's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's White. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Is on Colin Sexton.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
Well, you and I were just talking about something Commissioner Silver said the other day about a proposed mid-season tournament. What do you think?
Well, I certainly think if they do move to a mid-season tournament, it's going to have real value for it to matter. To get the fans engaged, something has to be on the line. So, number one, obviously, you're going to have 2 goals. Instead of 1 championship, maybe you want to win that mid-season tournament, too.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Bulls.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Zach LaVine.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Bulls.
There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Porter passes to Markkanen. Here's White. Markkanen trying to break loose. Off target from three-point range. Here's Garland. Off target with his three. 4-on-3 break. Here's White. And White with the stuff.
And you can argue this is White at his best. Just an absolute terror in transition.
Now Sexton. Here's Osman. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They poured it out in a dominant showing in front of a crowd.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting,
it's the 2K Sports pregame show.
We welcome you to Noche Enabia. DA. Great DA, thanks. Look at Cleveland's starting group. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Miami, they've got Adebayo. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then there's Dragic. And it's Nunn in at the point guard. And stolen by Love. Down low. Here's Sexton. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one. Brent, at this point, perennial contenders sometimes coast to the final games of the regular season. Any danger that they can't hit that right button or flip the switch and get back into gear?
When you hear analysts say that the playoffs are all about matchups, they are exactly right. You and I talked about this, Kevin, several years ago about the time. Going into the playoffs, teams don't have to be hot. You don't have to be 10-2 in the last 12 games for your playoffs, because all of a sudden, if you're matched up against a team that's owned you all year long, your chances of winning that series are very, very slim. So it becomes just let's get in and let's find out who we're playing, and then we'll get to work.
Here's Nunn. Jones in the post, working on Love. 5 to shoot. The 15-footer. Jones, no luck. Cleveland has come out of the gates quickly. Back to Osman. Pass to Garland. Drummond passes to Garland. The three-pointer off the mark. Not a fast start here for the Heat. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. Jones trying to get open. None. That's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Now here's Love. 17 points for him last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Jones in the post. He's going up against Love. Stolen by Garland. Pass to Osman. Cleveland moving it around. It's stolen by Dragic. And now here comes Jones leading the break. 11 feet away. Nunn, that's good. Nunn's got his second bucket of the night. The Cavaliers leading by 3.
Derek Jones gets talked about a lot in terms of his dunking prowess and the way that he can get up in the air and maybe make a poster in a memory in the flash of an eye. But beyond the dunks, he's done a good job of really improving his game since coming into the league in 2016.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Now Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Here's Love. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2. Hey, Brent, for Derek Jones, he saw the floor a good amount in his first full season with the Miami Heat.
Derek Jones is somebody that the Miami Heat continue to explore, and I guess if you're within that organization in Miami for a number of seasons, they like something about your competitive spirit, and that's where Derek Jones has probably found a home here in Miami.
And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going. Good. Okay. Now, you don't want to forget about the athleticism of Butler. Just a sick slammer of the basketball. You can't allow him to get to that launching pad.
Here's Nunn, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Nunn's got 6.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Pass to Drummond. Over Adebayo. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself. And for the Cavs, their #1 goal is to identify a young superstar to build around.
Yeah, they've had a nice collection here of guys that they hope step up and step out. Cleveland's only 2 Rookie of the Year award winners have been LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. Franchise changers hard to find.
Nance, right side, quarter outside. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor, and they give him a good open look from the perimeter.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Hero. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. That falls. Nice speed that time from Andre Iguodala. Hero's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. It's Porter outside. Drummond. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off? And so it's Miami with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be back with you shortly. Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
They've got Iguodala. Olynyk is out there with Hero. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Silva in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Here's Hero. Now the pass to Silva. Iguodala kicks to Crowder. 4 on the clock. From the baseline. Hit the tip. It's good on the putback. Olynyk's got 5 now.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Porter with it. Now guarded by Crowder. Thompson passes to Sexton. Offline with his 3.
Yeah, still trying to calibrate right now because he had 1 3 in the first quarter, but nothing since. The rookie class last year was very impressive, especially the top 5 picks earning all rookie first-team honors. Colin is one of those guys last year, 3rd among rookies in scoring, and really was good towards the tail end of the season.
They get it back. Thompson. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot 2.
Well, Thompson's out there to throw his weight around. He did it that time.
The first free throw is good. And Sexton, the 3rd rookie ever to average 16 points per game with over 40% from long range. And Brent over 80% from the line.
Yeah, a lot of that, Kevin, came late in the season as he tried to get his footing early on. Scored 20 points or more in 8 straight games. He was the first rookie to do that since Tim Duncan did it back in 1998.
No coverage that time. Windler's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And the Heat, another 3.
As That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Here's Nance. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. They get Andre Iguodala. When it comes to hustle, effort, who would you put on the floor to get those 50-50 points that are just so important? And sometimes, with the win or loss in the balance.
And I watch Kawhi Leonard, and even though he's a superstar player, there's still some efficiency in his action to go and get that ball.
He just never stops.
He never stops. And so, yeah, he might not get dirty, but he doesn't have to because he outsmarts everybody else to get to it. And we have scrappy guys like Marcus Smart and Patrick Beverley who we've talked about as being nuisances on the court. But, those guys are invaluable to any coaching staff. And when they have those kind of plays, it just gets everybody going and brings a level of energy back to the game.
It does energize it. You're exactly right. It's stolen by Hill. It's stolen by Nance. Passes it to Osman. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Bulls. Well, they're passing to Adebayo. The feed now to Leonard. Back to Dragic for 3. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Osman kicks to Porter. Cleveland moving it around. From 12 feet out, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
It's Dragic with the drive. Well, you watch Goran Dragic play, and Brent, he's so deceptive with his movement, both on and off the ball.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons why, Kevin, is the change of speeds. I also add the fact that guys who can handle the ball and are crafty and are left-handed, boy, it's tough on a nightly basis to change up your mindset to guard a guy who you know is going to go left all the time as opposed to right. Trust me, in practice, I had to do that with Manu Ginobili a ton of time in San Antonio. Dragic similar. Great use of speed change.
It's Adebayo with the rebound. Miami leading by 4. Dragic dishes to Leonard. Butler with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. Butler against Porter. Here's Leonard. The Cavaliers pull it in. Drummond's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Back to Osman. Plays it up and banks it in. Osman's got his 2nd bucket.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Here's Butler. And that one's drained from the low block. And the Heat lead by 4.
Butler's just so skilled at finding ways to score inside. Utilizes his height and strength well and varies that release point.
Left side, Love. And here's Porter. He has 5. Pass to Garland. Shot clock at 3. From deep. Hill pulls it in. And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for the Heat. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Dragic is a solid shooter, especially from the mid-range area on the floor.
Butler against Porter. Right wing. Osman kicks to Porter. Over Butler. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
So it's Miami who's out on top at the half. They have a 6-point lead. And
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Tipping off the second half, here's John Beilein's 5. Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Butler on the way. The three. And that's collected by Love. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Now here's Drummond. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. It's blocked. Outside Butler. Inside. Stolen by Garland. To the middle. And Love with the basket on the assist by Sexton. And that's now 6 points for Love. Miami leading by 4. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. There's Dragic with the three, and the three ball is good. Dragic has got 7 points.
Well, he did not think twice. Firing away, Dragic knocks down and sinks the three ball.
That's tipped. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Dragic.
And now a chance to look at Jimmy Butler. Some impressive play from him over the last month. Averaging 17 points per game, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
Well, he looks to score, and he looks to score often.
Iguodala outside. This one for 3. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Sexton the pass to Nance. And the jam by Larry Nance.
Sexton working the ball to a teammate. That's what you want to see from him.
Miami's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown.
Colin Sexton describes himself as a combo guard who likes to stay in attack mode and is very explosive. When he sees a gap and he gets into seams, he gets down there and tries to make some things happen.
And Miami making a change here. Heroes checked in to the paint. Here's Olynyk, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. He has 7.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Sexton dishes to Nance. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. Olynyk with the steal. And now, in transition, here we go. Iguodala. And the wide open shot from Crowder. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And Sexton a combo guard. Thus far more of a scorer than probably a playmaker.
I think that's really what he's aiming for. He likes to watch film on Russell Westbrook and James Harden. And as we know, Kevin, watching those two play, they are very hungry and thirsty to score on a nightly basis. I think that's where Colin is pretty much laying the foundation of his game.
Porter's checked in for Garland.
You could tell he's feeling confident right now at the line. And when he's on, he can be lights out.
Here's Hero, defended by Sexton. Hero passes to Olynyk, and so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And he's got his first chance at the line here. And so he hits the technical free throw. Well, we hear this all the time. Good defense beats good offense. Do you think that's true?
I don't know how defense scores. So in today's game, seeing the juggernauts and seeing what we've seen, Kevin, quite frankly, as some of the best offensive teams, not only in the last 5 years, but in the history of the league, around the Houston Rockets and what the Golden State Warriors have been able to do. It's about equipping your team defensively to be able to stop that stylistically. But certainly, every coach will say it comes down to defense because that is something you can control.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Heat need to get a shot off from deep three-point range.
Yeah, not a lot of success for them from three-point range here in the second half.
Here's Porter, and the rejection by Iguodala.
Iguodala demonstrating his defensive prowess yet again. Superb reach on that block.
Here's Hero, defended by Sexton. Olynyk inside, working on Thompson. And the basket by Olynyk. Olynyk's got 10 points in the game.
Often you find him out on the wing, but Olynyk seizing the opportunity to go inside and dig out that extra possession.
And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Andre Drummond's checked in for the Cavaliers. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Butler.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Goran Dragic has checked in for Andre Iguodala. And then for Cleveland, Kevin Love's checked in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Jetty Osman in for Sexton. Here's Love. Makes it off the glass. He's got 8.
That's a nice touch from Kevin Love. When he's deep inside like that, he's adept at guiding those shots home with a soft touch.
Dragic the pass to Crowder. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Bam Adebayo is checked in for the Heat. Jimmy Butler comes in for Hero. Jimmy Butler. Leonard looking around. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Possessing the length and explosiveness to do just that. Leonard looks good when he's taking it hard to the rack.
Love right side. Over Hill. Pulls up. Love dishes to Drummond. Outside Porter. Lets the 3 fly. No good there.
And you got to admire the tough-nosed nature of Butler, not allowing score.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. It's the Heat. They're up by 8. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Bam Adebayo is out there with Myers Leonard. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Dragic. And it's Nunn in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Kicks it out to Leonard. Good ball movement here by Miami. Drills the 3-pointer. Adebayo's got the lead up to 11 now for the Heat.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
The shot's good from Love.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Pass to Nunn. Adebayo with the ball. Outside Dragic. 6 on the shot clock. Feeds to Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
And nice court vision from Dragic there to get a great look at the bucket.
Porter passes to Love. Shoots over Leonard. Garland kicks to Osman. Now, here's Garland. Not a lot of room. Porter outside. Drills it from outside.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter. Here's Nunn. There's the pass to Dragic. Fires from deep. The Cavaliers pull it in. Drummond's got his 5th rebound in this one. Passes it to Love. Out to the wing. Drummond working against Adebayo. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The first one falls. Jones checked in for Myers Leonard. Sexton, he's checked in for Cleveland. He hits both from the stripe.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Here's Nunn. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That one on Love.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Drummond passes to Sexton. Now Garland. Love trying to break loose. Second chance shot. Pass to Sexton. Nailed from 3-point land.
Well, Sexton feeling it right now, being assertive and getting to the spots on the floor that he wants to operate.
Here's Nunn. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Not going to go that time. Rockets with some nice D. Miami leading by 6. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Outside, Jones, 4 on the shot clock. And no good that time. It's stolen by Adebayo. Here's Nunn. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. Now Sexton. On the money from 12 feet away.
Well, this is the one guy you did not want to see get started. He started.
Here's Nunn. Banked in off the glass. Nunn's got 7 points here in this quarter. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Pass to Love. Now, here's Garland. He's guarded closer. Clock at 6. Here's Sexton. The putback. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That is his first foul of the game. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Porter's checked in. The pass to Adebayo. There's a minute left in the fourth. 7-foot shot. That's good on the jump shot. And now a 10-point Miami lead.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Heat.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
Clearly a foul.
A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Ante Zizic is checked in for Drummond. Jordan Bell comes in for Kevin Love. Dante Exum is checked in for Porter. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Colin Sexton. Robinson for 3. The shot, no good. And Cleveland the other way now.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one? Now, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Now here's Iguodala, guarded closer. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Using his height perfectly on the inside. Iguodala making the D get physical with his play.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Drummond. Back to Sexton. Iguodala with the steal. From deep. Off the mark. And so it's Miami winning this one. It was all right, David. Thank you. And that'll do it, folks.
I can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then
We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Adebayo.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Robinson. Jones is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler, and it's Nunn in at the point. And for Chicago, Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the point guard. Different styles of basketball, and we're talking about Coach of the Year here. What style of coach did you prefer to play for?
Well, I just wanted a coach that was honest, that held everyone accountable, and allowed us to get out and run. You want a coach that believes in the talent that he has and doesn't hamper anyone's skill set, doesn't hold anyone back based upon their offensive philosophy. The game is changing, so hopefully you have a coach that is flexible. Hopefully you have a coach that is forward-thinking, and you have a coach that says, let it fly. That might be the most important skill set of a coach, in my opinion. One that says, hey, you got an open shot, you better take it.
And here's Levine after Jimmy Butler.
Got to give Levine some love. Many of the dunks he pulls off are just flat out nasty.
Here's Nunn. White covering, and Adebayo throws it down.
Look, he may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays big.
Levine with it. Jones covering. Kept alive. Out to White. Goes up again. It doesn't go for him. And it's Miami the other way. Last time they met was in Miami.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Well, it's such a boost. I mean, not something you want to have to count on every night, but you can tell how much they trust their reserves.
The Bulls shooting their first free throws of the evening.
And see, Webb, you talk to the Bulls fans, and they are eager for a return to greatness.
Yeah, GA, it's been a long time since the Jordan era, and Bulls fans know it. But you know, GA, the Bulls have a very loyal group of fans. Their patience has been tested, though, but this team needs results.
That's in there. Carter with the assist.
Well, easy look provided by Carter Jr. Always helps when your bigs can move the rock.
Here's Nunn. White covering. Nunn, that's good. Nunn's got 5 points so far.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Jones. That one falls.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Levine against Robinson. Carter, the pass to Levine. Hands it from downtown. Levine's got his second basket.
Solid at realizing when to take these shots. Levine's eyes light up. His passes are coming his way.
Nunn passes to Jones. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession. And let's step aside for a minute to look at some of the point guards who have been doing a whole lot more than passing lately. They're the top scorers at that position over the last 10 games. And you look at White, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
And you can't say enough about the value of a player like him. I mean, who can attack a defense in so many different ways from the point.
Well, it's a trend in the NBA these days, Greg. Point guards whose number one job is to score the basketball. He's the best of them all right now.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Markkanen. Satoransky's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White. Well, Zach LaVine possesses a speed, Chris, and a burst that makes him a very tough matchup.
Yeah, and he has a great first step. I mean, When he's trying to beat a defender off the bounce, you can't let him get an edge to the hoop. He'll flush it on your head 9 times out of 10.
Last outing for Miami, it was a loss to Charlotte. And the shot's good from Crowder.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Down against Dragic. Chicago making a switch here. Hutchison's checked in. 1:16 left to play in the first. Done. And again, Chicago, no good. Miami leading by 6. Pass to Crowder. Back to Olynyk. Iguodala outside. Here's Hero. Satoransky covering. Hero passes to Dragic. No good with the triple.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Oh, man, did you see him close that gap? What a great job. He made the shooter feel uncomfortable.
Heat have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Iguodala kicks to Olynyk. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the first. And Crowder stays with it.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Back to Dunn. The pass to Satoransky. Bulls moving the ball around. Dunn passes to Satoransky. Young with no one around. And the 3 off target. Here's Iguodala. Passes to Hero. Up in time. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's... Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Chicago right now, Valentine out there with Satoransky. Then it's Young, and it's Hutchinson in at the 3 spot. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Dragic the pass to Leonard. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Young.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Crowder against Young. Crowder kicks to Iguodala. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Silva. Got a piece of it. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Markkanen comes in for Young. Harrison's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's White for Satoransky. Now here's Valentine. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. To the left wing. From downtown, it's Adebayo with the rebound. The Heat leading by 4. And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
Here's Nunn. The Bulls getting the bucket. Pass to Silva. Here's Nunn. Light covering. Here's Silva. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Pass to Harrison. Outside, White. And it's Miami with the rebound. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them. And Adebayo throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. There's more and more we're seeing star players give their sneakers to fans at the end of games. Did you ever do that?
Oh, yeah, man. Especially when I was with Dada, I would give a pair of shoes away after every game.
Oh, great.
I really love doing it on the road. At home is really cool, but on the road is great because that's where you know that fan braved all those other fans and the elements to wear your jersey and to be the only one there. So you look for that kid. I used to look for the kid with the number 4 Weber jersey and be like, hey, kid, I know what you went through to wear that tonight. You make sure you go home with these bragging rights. Tell them these are fresh from the game when we beat your team, baby.
Yeah, that's a neat way to connect.
Yeah.
Outside Porter. Here's the 3. And again, Chicago. No good. Miami leading by 6. And there's the pass to Nunn. Adebayo with the ball. From the arc. Porter pulls it in. Here's the break. Here's Harrison. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound in this one. The shot by Butler, nobody around. No good on the triple. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. Markkanen passes to Carter. Dunn outside. Passes it to Porter. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. It's stolen. In transition, here comes Miami. Butler with the ball. And they pick up 2. Butler's got 7 points in the game.
Getting out on the break. Butler completes the transition.
And the Bulls with another miss.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Adebayo kicks to Olynyk. Excellent D there from Markkanen.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Porter finds Carter. And he banks in the layup.
Like the show of unselfishness from Porter, wanting to improve as a passer and hit his open teammates.
Here's Butler. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And so he makes both from the line.
The 30th pick in the 2011 NBA draft. It's been great to see Butler blossom into a perennial all-star.
Rockets the pass to Olynyk. Outside Butler. It's deflected, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. And we finished one half of basketball. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the... So it's Miami who's out on top at the half. They have an 8-point lead. And over to Shaq. What'd you... And that...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the 1. Now, here is Robinson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
Oh, that's just a lucky break for deep. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
Levine can't hit. The Heat leading by 8. Jones finds Adebayo. Levine against Robinson. Jones, the pass to Butler. Bangs home the trifecta. Butler's got the first points of the second half here for Miami.
It's been a huge night for Butler. I mean, here's a guy who can shoulder the load offensively any night.
Levine feeling it out a bit. Out to White. Launches a three. And it's Miami with the rebound. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game marks the first half of a quick two-game homestand.
Well, I think Jimmy Buckets has underrated vision. He's more than capable of spotting open teammates and distributing accordingly.
Well, and Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Here's Nunn. He's got 9. Pass to Butler. He dishes it to Jones. Shoots over Markkanen. Almost, but it rolls out. Bulls trail by 11. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Capable of doing many things well. Levine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And Butler, here we go. Carter pulls it in.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
Levine, good. Levine's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Robinson for 3. Buries it from three-point range.
Well, that's almost a sure thing when you leave him that wide open on the perimeter. I mean, that's his sweet spot.
And White kicks to Porter. And stolen by Butler. Up the floor. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Now here is Carter. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
What concentration from the big man right there. Carter Jr., I mean, he's experienced at converting difficult baskets.
Here's Nunn. 10-point lead. Butler finds Jones. Butler against Porter. Butler attacking. That shot missing. Excellent D there from Markkanen. Here's Levine. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
As soon as Levine hits a few of these, you know he's feeling it. Just keep getting him the rock.
Here's Nunn. White covering. 1:06 left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 5. Here's Nunn. He's got 11. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Adebayo's got 8 points.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Now here's Markkanen. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Yeah, G, I imagine that's what they're thinking. You have to maximize the possessions.
Pass to Nunn. The pass to Robinson. Here's Nunn. Back to Robinson. Trying to get open is Adebayo. And he lays it straight in. Robinson's got 5 points now this quarter.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Here's Nunn. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Adebayo, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands. as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking. And
well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Heat up 10. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Dunn is out there with Satoransky. Then it's Young, and it's Cornette in at the center. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Iguodala no good. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Trailing by 10. Here's Satoransky. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And not many checks in the NBA, but C-Web, Thomas Satoransky leading the way on that front.
Yeah. Best player from a country that is having a golden age for their national team. Satoransky, I mean, he said that he is very proud to represent the Czechs in the NBA, and he's doing a great job at it.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Here's Nunn. Dunn covering. Kicks to Butler. Passes it to Nunn. Butler goes in, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And Greg, when you look at the top perimeter defenders in the game today, how high does Jimmy Butler rank on that list?
Look, he's in the top handful, no doubt about it. Multiple all-defense selections. He is a true two-way terror.
Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Chicago. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jim Boylan was going over with his team. He said, this is where we make our move. This game's going to come down to big plays. Whichever team makes them is going to come out of here with the win. Kevin, we know what side he's on.
And stolen by Butler. And it's the Heat on the break. Here's Adebayo. And it's Chicago with the rebound. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That'll be his second foul of the game. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. For 3, Levine. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound. Butler's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Not his best day from three-point range. I mean, just one in the first half and still looking for his first here in half number 2.
And Porter comes to help. Back to Robinson. Jones for 3. Offensive rebound, Heat. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Nunn. White covering. The Heat need to get a shot off. Jones, no one around him. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Jones has got the lead up to 13 now for Miami. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Oh, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
Here's Nunn. Good on the 13-footer. And the Heat lead by 13.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Porter passes to Carter. And stolen by Butler. And now Jones running the floor all by himself.
This guy works hard on defense. Butler, when you're careless around him, he'll make you pay.
Here's Markkanen. Excellent D that time from Jones. And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Some changes for Chicago. Luke Cornette comes in for Carter. Young is subbed in for Lauri Markkanen. The Heat also with a sub. Heroes checked in for Robinson. Pass to Jones. And Levine comes to help. Young with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. And Levine throws it down.
Good at running the correct route. I love that play. I like seeing Levine work hard to beat everyone up the court.
They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Pass to Butler. Now, here's Adebayo. Butler on the wing. Dishes it to Jones over Young. Jones, no luck. Bulls trail by 13. Right side, Levine. And then Levine with the jam.
Oh, he makes it look all too easy. Levine, I mean, he's someone you can't allow to get this kind of positioning.
And they double up Butler. None, that's good. Chris, this is a specialty of yours. Which current bigs are best at finishing contested shots right at the rim?
Oh, well, I'll tell you this, the best big in the league last year, averaging 17 points, scoring in the paint, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yes.
I mean, he'll dunk on anybody, move out the way. He finishes. What about Embiid inside? What about Gobert? What about Boogie Cousins? Should I continue? I can keep going because the big man is back, baby.
And the pass to Hero. Now Jones, guarded by Levine, just 4 to shoot. Here's Adebayo. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Otto Porter Jr. And the first one at the line is good. Both shots good from the stripe. 1:15 left here in the fourth quarter. Levine dishes to Porter. Levine with it. Butler covering. White the pass to Levine. From 13, another one falls for Chicago.
It's encouraging whenever Levine connects from mid-range. I mean, he's showing he wants to get better from it.
The Heat leading by 11.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Heat.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jimmy Butler.
He had a nose for the basketball tonight, playing some disruptive D and picking pockets left and right.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Kicks it out to Jones. Here's Hero. Makes it off the glass.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game, a sustained effort across the board.
For 3, Levine. He can't get that one. From deep three-point range, off target. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber.
hang time. Who been the plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge it again like it's credit, your team crowd need to edit, yeah. I see face and credit, hold up, ooh, that's dead. Need a minute, need a plan to revive, let's kill shot pressing. They say what I say, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back, throw that.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Well, great attitude. His work inside, a big part of the TA. Thanks. Now let's take a look at the Bulls opening lineup. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Cavaliers, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at center. Here's Osman. Here's Garland. A putback, and Love with a second chance points. Love's got the first points up on the board for the Cavs.
Having Love pound the offensive boards, his instincts around the glass make it a great strategy.
Here's Markkanen. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Smitty, we have a good rivalry game tonight with two conference foes. This should be a beauty.
Yes, indeed. I think the fans feel it, the coaches feel it, us as announcers, we feel it. The atmosphere is going to be great.
It is indeed. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Now here's Levine. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. White, wide open. He fired. His three-pointers off the mark. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Over in the corner, Osman. Offensive rebound. Garland. Excellent D there from Markkanen.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
You know, not bashful about positioning himself inside. Sexton knows he has what it takes to score from there.
Here's White. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Love the pass to Osman. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Outside, White. Markkanen kicks to White. All sorts of time. It's Drummond with the rebound.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions. And with this team, Zach LaVine has been thrust into the role of the leader. Still young in his own right, but as a rising star and a large part of the future, responsibilities have fallen in his lap.
4 on the shot clock. The putback. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Last game matched up with the Magic. Tough loss there. Here's White. LaVine controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You see right there the hops and LaVine attacking the miss.
The pass to Garland. A minute 50 left in the first.
And guys, you don't think this fella can do some major damage if he gets an opening to the rim.
G8, they just learned that lesson the hard way. They better put a little bit more effort into their D the next time down.
The defense has to feel real embarrassed right now. They totally got schooled on that highlight reel play.
And for LaVine, he is the best scorer on the team. And you know what, Smitty? He should be a leader.
You're right. And that isn't something that's easy to step right into. After losses pile up, you feel more pressure and want to take over every game. Zach LaVine should be up to the task, but it would...
Whoa, hammering it in!
Defensively, this is what you want from marketing. Playing with confidence. Good things will happen, just like that turnover.
That one goes in. Osman's got his second bucket of the night. The Bulls leading by 3. Kicks it out to Markkanen. In the corner, it's Levine. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And it's White missing.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
Osman, the pass to Love, to the right side. And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Love. And it's 6 points for Colin Sexton.
A dangerous scorer from mid-range. Sexton loves to take that shot when he gets it in rhythm.
Stolen by Carter. From 7, count that one.
Can't be that easy for him. Gotta body him up down low.
And you have other methods as well. You could deny or you can just front the post.
Here's Levine. Lays it up and banks it in. Levine's got 11 points.
The prototype of the new guard. Long, quick, highly skilled. Zach Levine has no trouble.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. It's Chicago up 5. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for Cleveland, Nance and Thompson are up front. Then there's Garland. Then it's Porter. And it's Windler in at the 2 spot. Last game for the Cavaliers, it was a loss to the Bulls.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Yes, out on the road, it's hard to overcome missed opportunities, even when you're playing hard.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Hey, Steve, if your team is holding on to a narrow lead, which player do you want defending that last shot of the game?
I would say Kawhi Leonard, Giannis because of his length, Paul George, Draymond Green, and I really love Klay Thompson. Not that he's going to block the shot, but he always stays in position.
Pass to Porter, shoots. It's hauled in by Cornette. The Bulls leading by 3. Ripped away. Here's Porter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Cleveland shooting their first free throws of this game.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Chicago making a switch here. Valentine's checked in. Done outside. Kicks it to Valentine. Here's Cornette. Up again. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. And here's what the Cleveland Cavaliers schedule looks like. On Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets. And then on Saturday, they'll continue the road trip heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks. And the Bulls with another miss. Cavaliers trailing. Windler with the bucket. Windler's got his second bucket of the night.
And they repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And Cornette gets it to go.
That's a shot the defense looked like it was willing to give up. Big mistake.
Pass to Thompson. Here's Windler. Garland with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Thompson. And he overshot that one, missing. For Chicago, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. Bulls shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Sexton's checked in. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Harrison's checked in.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Here's Nance. Back to Sexton. Dishes it to Porter. 6 on the shot clock. Trying to get open is Thompson. The shot by Sexton, no good.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Windler. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Windler's got 6.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Pass to Cornette. Here's Harrison. He's covered by Thompson. Cornette. A three-pointer, no good.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
Porter, no luck. And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Bulls. They lead by 4. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
Yeah, really ratcheted up the pressure in their last matchup, getting steals and just creating havoc defensively.
Their D was just phenomenal in the last game. We'll see if they bring that same intensity again.
There's the pass to Sexton. Here's Windler. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
And Young with the basket on the assist by Valentine. Young's got the lead up to 8 now for the Bulls. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Porter passes to Nance. And contact on the shot, so he'll be... And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
2 shots. And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call.
2 shots.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on. And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
And White kicks to Markkanen. Over Nance. Nance with some nice D. Porter outside. And so it's Chicago with their...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Zach LaVine was the man in the first. He had 11 points and 1. And that'll...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Taking a look at the Bulls, White and LaVine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the pivot, manning the middle. Garland, no good.
And well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
Well, you look at guys like Otto Porter, Greg. He just brings so much with his consistent outside jumper.
And guys, he's shot threes at a tremendous clip the last few seasons. I mean, really for his whole career. Sometimes can be a bit passive, so you just make sure he's involved in looking for his shot.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Coaches talk about young players needing to experience the playoffs to understand that level. Smitty, why is that so hard to simulate without going through it?
Kevin, reasons why is in the playoffs, everything is taken to another level. Also, you seeing this team night in and night out. They know your plays. You know their plays. It comes down to just execution, and you can't have careless turnovers or those brain freezes you have in the regular season. Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
For Cleveland, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And it's Drummond missing.
Very cold start to the second half. 1 for 5, looking for some continuity.
That one drops for him.
And we've seen this before. Zach with the ability to put up points in bunches.
Left side, Love. Shoots over Markkanen. Love dishes to Sexton. Love kicks to Garland. Cleveland moving the ball around. 5 on the clock. Shoots from the corner. That is good. And the Bulls lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Sexton.
Got to tip your cap to the young fella. Sexton, even with a hand in his face, able to maintain his focus.
He's been of no help stretching the floor tonight. Just 1 3 in the first half. Nothing in the second.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Outside, Levine. Again, Levine missing.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Sexton, the pass to Love. Here's Osman. Back to Drummond. Love outside. Looking for Sexton. He gets it there. From about 19 feet. The putback, and Drummond is right there.
Drummond is very active on the offensive glass. This is where he can pile up a lot of points.
White the pass to Levine. Connects from three-point range. Levine's got 18 points.
That's his second three-pointer of the night. 1 in each half. Trying to keep the defense honest.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Over in the corner, Osman. And Drummond kicks to Osman. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. 3 on 3. Oh, Porter in position.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Garland, the pass to Love. Now, here's Garland. Defense right on him. Goes up the baseline, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Chicago leading by 8. Levine feeling it out a bit. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And Young kicks to Harrison. Shot clock at 6. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Harrison's got the lead up to 11 now for Chicago. Young with the steal. Pass to Satoransky. Shoots over Garland. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Windler. They grab their own miss. Thompson. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Nance and Thompson are up front. Porter is out there with Garland. And it's Windler in at the small forward. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And the basket by Hutchison.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Windler. He kicks to Garland. Second shot opportunity, and it's laid up and in by Thompson.
The unbelievable effort. Thompson, a dedicated warrior on the offensive glass.
Here's Dunn. The Cavaliers pull it in. Thompson's got his 5th rebound in this one. And Porter, here we go. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Dunn dishes to Young. Kicks it to Valentine. Passes it to Young. Here's Harrison, guarded by Porter. Harrison passes to Hutchison. Another one falls for Chicago.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Now here's Porter. He's covered closely. And Shaquille Harris gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Bulls, Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Young. Lowry Markkanen comes in for Valentine. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Harrison.
And you can tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound. And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
That's tipped. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Bean passes to Hutchison. That's good, and it's LaVine with the assist. Hutchinson's got 7 now in this quarter.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Here's LaVine. Carter. It's good on the putback. And the Bulls lead by 14.
Right there, Carter using his instincts and motor to track down the miss and convert into second chance points.
Poked away, stolen by LaVine. Here's Dunn. Drops in the breakaway layup. Dunn's got his first points of the game.
Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
You know what? We see this time and time again. Turnovers lead to a break, and then points at the other end.
Another shot. Cleveland with a fresh shot clock. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Carter right side. Good, nice job down low. Steve, when it comes to creating contact, which offensive moves can create the impression of a foul where the defensive player can do nothing about it?
I think ripping through the defender's arms is really tough for the defensive guy right now, Kevin. That's a hard move to defend if you're the defender.
Smitty, I think guys actually practice this, don't they? Ways they can kind of lure a defensive player in like that.
They do. They're strong enough now, and also they are, like you said, practicing that type of move.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago.
Oh! That's what I'm talking about. Wow. That was nice.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for Chicago. So much new technology. A lot of it's so exciting, Steve. Did you see the demo of the jersey that can change a player's name and number the other day? Wow, that was something.
I did. I saw the demonstration that Adam Silver did. It is fantastic. I was thinking about myself, Kevin. I played for 7 teams. That's a lot of changing of the name and number.
That really is.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Bulls.
And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition. And when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Zach LaVine.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
And it's sent back by Drummond.
That rejection was well timed. Get that shot out of here. Drummond staying patient, waiting for the right moment to pounce.
And so Chicago takes